been told that black women aren't supposed to support the Second Amendment. I've been told I shouldn't want to be able to protect myself. I shouldn't teach my fellow students about their rights, and I shouldn't speak my mind. Thank God I didn't listen.
Amen. That young lady featured in the ad is that's Antonia Okafor. She is a correspondent for CampusReform.org. Recently, Texas law was passed to allow students and teachers with concealed weapons permits to carry guns on campuses. But many schools want to maintain their gun-free zones. Antonia plans to arm herself when she attends UT Dallas in the fall. She joins me now. Welcome, Antonia.
Thank you for having me, Kennedy.
So let's talk about this a little bit. What's the most important part of the campus carry law for you?
Well, for me, it's important to have self-defense. You know, we believe that self-defense is a human right, and that's for all people, all, genders and ethnicities. So it's important for me as a woman to be able to protect myself, whether that be campus sexual assault or just someone who wants to harm me.
Yeah.
In the end, gun-free zones are what inhibits people from being able to protect themselves, and that's what we aim to end.
That's absolutely right, and that's where we see these acts of terrorism and violence perpetrated over and over again is in these unsafe gun-free zones. But you talk in the ad about essentially identity politics and people pigeonholing you. When did you realize that you wanted to be free from the box that had been created by someone else that you were stuffed into?
Yeah, well, I think it started, after I voted for President Obama in 2012, the second time I voted for him. You know, I was 18 in 2008 and in Atlanta and voted for him then and decided to again in 2012. But I realized that I had a lot of policy issues that just didn't fit with the party, and so I decided to switch. And after that, I became more involved with the liberty movement because I really realized that criminal justice reform is something that I'm passionate about,
yeah.
And a lot of conservatives unfortunately sometimes also don't think that's something that's important, but
that's
it's
right.
Changing now.
You know?
So I tend to lean more libertarian because of that fact, but I'm still conservative in the end, constitutional conservative.
Yeah.
You know, I voted for Rand Paul and supported him in the primary, and I hope he runs again. But yeah, it all comes down to liberty, and that comes down to having the right to have freedom for all.
Now, we only have about 30 seconds left, Antonia, but I want you to talk a little bit about how this plays into the limited free speech that we're seeing on so many college campuses.
Yeah, so, like you said, I'm a correspondent for Campus Reform, and through that avenue, I'm able to express the liberal bias on campus, and we've been seeing that a lot in the media lately, these campuses that are barring people from saying what they believe in because they don't agree, saying it's hate speech or what have you. And so with Campus Reform, we're trying to show that because it's an epidemic and something that, as a millennial, is very concerning to me because it makes sure that our generation does not understand what it is to be in the real world, and that's just only going to hurt our generation, but the ones that are affected as well, and that's everyone in America.
That's absolutely right. I commend you on your bravery and your foresight. It's an incredible story. Good luck in school, and thank you for fighting the good fight.
Thank you, Kennedy.
Amen to liberty, Antonia. Very good.